Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Ailey. Today's video is going to be a tutorial on this look that I'm wearing right now, and oh my, if you haven't seen my video that I did on this guy, then I'll link it up here for you, but oh my god, this, when I opened this, or when I first started using it, I knew that this bottom row was going to be me. Like, I didn't actually touch this one today, but we used all of these, and I just knew that I was going to be in love with these shades, especially this green guy right here, and I was not wrong. Like, the greens just, I think this might be my favourite look I've ever done. I think it's just absolutely stunning. So, I wanted to do a green look. Here it is. I really hope that you enjoy it. If you do, obviously, I would love if you would give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I post videos 3 times a week, usually Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, but not always. So hopefully I will see you guys in the next one. Bye. Okay, so we're starting off today with the Revolution Prime Oil, and I'm just smoothing this all over my face. Then I decided to try the Star Primer from Revolution. This smells really like aniseed, but if you can get past the smell, the texture's actually really nice on it. And carrying on with the Revolution, I'm going to use my Conceal and Define Foundation. Here I just sort of put it on with the stick and blend it in as normal, you know the drill, and I think I'm using shade F7 here. So here I'm going in with my concealer, and I have finally found a way to use the Jeffree Star Concealer, thank God. So anyway, I focus my Revolution Concealer up underneath my eyes just a little bit, just to cover up any of that darkness. Then I take the Jeffree Star Concealer and I use this kind of down from my eyes and on the rest of my face, because I found on the rest of my face it was totally fine, but underneath my eyes is just where it creased like nothing on earth. I'm going to set that all in place with my Laura Mercier translucent powder. To contour and bronze up the rest of my face, I'm going to use the L'Oreal Infallible Shaping Stick. This one is in the shade 200. It's just a really nice shade for me just now, and it works amazing as a sort of cream contour. I especially love it on my nose. Anyway, I'm just taking this Real Techniques brush and blending this out in all of these sort of problematic areas, shall we say, and then I'm going to fire on and do my blush. Here I was just getting rid of a little bit that I'd kind of over blended on the apples of my cheeks. I'm using a Makeup Geek blush, and I think it's called Heartthrob. It was kind of worn off on the bottom, but I love this blush. It's such a pretty shade. It's a little bit more pink than the other one that I use. Here I'm using Spark from Morphe. I really like this highlighter. You can see I just hit pan on it, and I'm just highlighting the areas of my face that I normally do, and then I'm going to zoom through my eyebrows so that we can get right onto these green eyes. P.Louise base, obviously, as you know, this gives a really nice intense finish to your eyeshadow if you don't set it, and I am starting to really like this stuff. I was starting to get really low in my paint pot, so I'm really liking using this just now, and we are cracking into this guy. This is the Morphe 25L palette, and I'm picking up the green shade. I don't know what the names are, but I will list them in the description box below. This shade is a little bit difficult to work with, I'm not going to lie. It goes a little bit patchy. You can see that it does sort of darken when it hits the P.Louise base. I think it's just because it's sticky, but if you take your time with it and build it up, it's a beautiful shade. I just love it. Then I'm picking the sort of the tealy sort of blue shade over in the same row of that palette, and using this for my outer corner, and I'm just going to blend them together. I made sort of like a green smoky eye with this. I found that these two shades just worked so well together. Then I'm going to take the lighter blue that is on that same row as well. Oh, there you go, it's called art. And I'm going to blend the top of those shades out with that. This worked really well because it didn't really change the colours too much, it just helped them blend a little bit. Then I'm going to do exactly the same on the lower lash line and just give that really sort of smoky effect, focusing the lighter green on the inner corner and then the more tealy green on the outer corner. Here I just added a winged liner, well, a tiny little wing for my little hooded eyes, but I just added this, and this is the Cat Big Flicks, I can't remember, I will list it in the bottom bar for you. But this eyeliner changed my life. I love this. It's a brush tip applicator, and it just works so well. As you can see, it glides really nicely on the eyelid, but I added this sort of just to disguise the lash band, and obviously to add a little, you'll see it in a second, sort of cat eye effect in the inner corner. I lined my waterline with this pigment pomade from Revolution Pro and a tiny little brush, and used Tatti lashes in the style TL7 and carried on and did my other eye just like magic. I lined my lips with my favourite nude lip pencil that I always use from MAC, and then I went in with this liquid lipstick from Kylie. I'll put the shade names and all that in the description box for you, but I just thought that the slight pinkiness of this, but even though it's still nude, just set off the eyes really nicely, and that is this look complete. I really hope that you enjoy it. I absolutely adore this look, and hopefully I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.